G'day everyone, Jason Unn, Fisherman's Warehouse Marine, Sweet Street at Warners Bay, your Newcastle Honda Marine dealer. Thursday today, guys, because I just don't even know if I'm going to get a report in tomorrow, and there's a bit of rain from the south coming back, thus the sort of raincoat that's going to sort of fend us off with some luck. Tides this weekend, guys, we're going to get straight into it. Low tide on Saturday morning, 7:40, and high tide on Saturday afternoon, 2:39, as this wind from the south continually picks up. You will get a bit of fishing in tomorrow, Friday. The wind doesn't seem to be too bad, sort of around about 15 knots, but you're going to see these sporadic type showers. Saturday, Sunday look damn horrible. Saturday in particular. The potential now they keep on talking about a couple of lows moving down, potentially an east coast low. Looks like mid-north coast north, the worst affected area Sunday into Monday. Seas up Coffs Harbour way, over 5 metres. And down around our way, down around the Swansea, Newcastle area, we're going to see seas 3.5 to 4 metres over the weekend. Potentially 200 mil of rain, probably Port Stephens, say Seals Rocks north. So I'm just hoping that we don't get that type of volume down here. And if you're on the mid-north coast, hunker down. It looks like it's going to be a pretty crappy old weekend. Reports from last weekend, our good mate Ross Island did go out last Friday as we thought. Lost a striped marlin out on the shelf back of the Southern Canyons, missed another one and then lost another nice fish, which we think was a tuna, but that current's still out wide. You're not going to get there this weekend, of course, but we've got the first quarter of the moon that's moving through. So by the time we get to this stage next week, the weather will have settled, and Tuesday into Wednesday next week in particular look very, very good. So once we start to see that weather pattern settle down, we'll give people the opportunity possibly to get out offshore and of course take advantage of the next full moon phase, which looks very, very encouraging. The beaches, well, again, that's just going to be and the rocks, I might add, totally washed out this weekend. You're not going to get offshore at all. There's not a lot of sand on Blacksmiths Beach, and we've seen plenty of photographs of that up Manula Street. It is just unbelievable how much sand is being gouged out over that last big sea, and hopefully we don't get the same. Again, we're looking at 3.5 to 4 metre swell over the next couple of days, so that could indeed erode more sand away. In the Newcastle Baths area, probably not too bad for a Ludwig there, but you're going to be looking like seeking protection. Swansea Bridge, of course, Salts Bay, definitely Newcastle Harbour, and definitely up Al Delbora. There's a lot of Ludwig in the system and quite a few bream. Now, them salmon, they're still in Swansea Channel, in that Air Force area. So if that wind's a little bit more to the southeast, which I believe it will be on the weekend, you'll still get a bit of protection there, but it's going to be wet on Saturday, and hopefully by Sunday it's not as much rain, but there'll still be those wind gusts in excess of 20 to 30 knots, and it's gusting at the moment seaward around about 35 knots down towards Norhead in at Nobbies. So there's a lot of wind along our part of the coast. So good mate Justin Worley, in fact, is out there now. And just give us a call then. He's been able to pick up, looking for those secluded areas, which is understandable, and take advantage of that wind out of the south. But he's got a few nice flathead and a few nice tailor, and just got a small mulloway. And that has been the case for the last few days, that the mulloway in particular, a lot of smaller fish, 60s, 70s, or the odd better fish amongst them, I might add, but a lot of flathead, some really nice tailor, a lot of salmon, and of course a lot of bream. Now, last weekend, in the lake itself, some really nice reds got caught, and some of those fish 55 to 60 centimetres, and I even heard of one in and around 68 centimetres getting caught. So some very good snapper in the lake, and that may be the case over the next few days, where a lot of fish from offshore start to move back in. I think the lake itself is where we want to hunker down and have a bit of a look and just try to pick it out, but it's going to be very, very difficult. And look, I'll take a hat off to anyone that ventures out, but please be safe. And if you're going by yourself, for goodness sake, wear a life jacket. All in all, guys, probably the shortest report I've done in a long time, but the weather looks like it's just about to deteriorate and I don't want to get too wet. Hunker down this weekend. There's better stuff to come Wednesday onwards. Let's hope it all gets there. I'll see you next week.